Jimmy Carter became a household name in Wisconsin and the rest of the nation in 1976 when he first visited the state running for the Democratic nomination to become president. In March and April of that year, he made several stops throughout northeast Wisconsin. Carter met with voters, and he and other candidates gave speeches at the Northland Hotel in Green Bay. It was a tough presidential year, with Carter, the former governor of Georgia, running against bigger names at the time like Congressman Morris Udall of Arizona and Alabama Governor George Wallace.
If you think I'm the best person for president, vote for me and help me. If you think someone else is better, work just as hard for them. But it's your country, and it's a great country, and it can be much better.
Carter served in the Korean War as a submarine officer. His campaigning took him to Manitowoc to visit the USS Cobia, where media accounts quoted him as saying one of his top priorities as president was to maintain an adequate Defense Department for the protection of the country. Carter would go on to win the state primary days later on April 6th, and that November won over Wisconsin voters and in turn the presidential election to become the 39th president of the United States, defeating President Gerald Ford. During his time in office, Carter made a handful of trips to Wisconsin. In March of 1979, he traveled to Milwaukee and Wausau, where he attended an event for Congressman Dave Obey and spoke about foreign aid and dairy policy.
Hello? Hello.
After leaving office in 1981, Carter would return to Wisconsin to promote causes near and dear to him. In April of 1987, Carter flew into Oshkosh, where he toured the EAA Museum. During that visit, he also gave a speech on human rights on the UW-Oshkosh campus. He was a big supporter of Habitat for Humanity and often assisted in building homes for low-income families. In 1989, the former president and the Carter Work Project hosted an ambitious build with Milwaukee's Habitat for Humanity, constructing 6 homes in 5 days.
I hope that after we leave this week, we will have planted a seed that will grow very rapidly among people who won't have a chance this week to be involved directly in Habitat. The city officials, the labor organizations, the banks, the financial structure, the construction industry, private citizens, the churches.
In 1994, Carter gave a speech at the Wisconsin Union Theater on the University of Wisconsin-Madison campus. And as an author of 20 books, Carter was in West Bend in 2005 promoting his latest book at the time, titled Our Endangered Values, America's Moral Crisis, a New York Times bestseller and a subject some might argue is as timely today.
He will go down in history, as far as I'm concerned, as one of the most decent human beings ever to occupy the White House. He truly cared about other people, and he put the needs of average people first.
His visits to Wisconsin were few, but those who met him say he left a lasting impression. In Green Bay, Mark Leland, Fox 11 News.